Love is consciousness. Love transcends the ego and aligns oneself with the divine will's life of service, compassion, and universal love. Love is the frequency of the universe and puts you in the flow state of life to help you better correlate and correspond with your environment. In order to deeply awaken spiritually, you need to understand that love is consciousness, and love helps outgrow your past traumas and leaves room for exponential abundance in future endeavors. What you have to understand is love is powerful and ranges in different positive and subliminal emotional and mental states. So what does subliminal mean? Subliminal just means your subconscious, things that are happening on a day-to-day effort without you consciously knowing that it's happening. So love is powerful and ranges in different positive, subliminal, and emotional states. Now, what you need to understand is that everything on a molecular level is a vibration or on a frequency. So this world vibrates on different frequencies and different levels. So there's higher vibration and there's lower vibrations, and lower frequencies, higher frequencies. And understanding that love is a higher frequency, it's one of the strongest frequencies also, is because we all come from the one universal frequency of love. Awakening your deepest interpersonal attachment. Let me say that one more time. Awakening deepest interpersonal attachment. That is what love will do. If you understand true love, then is that love transcends this glob of meat. Love is a frequency and it vibrates way deeper than this flesh and blood that we have, flesh and bones that we have right here. So once you understand that, then you understand that the only way that you are conscious is from love. Love is the frequency that allows you to be able to self-reflect and self-identify. Love is self-love / compromise. Now, the compromise within self-love is the ability to receive and give. The only way that you will be in the true flow state of life and the true flow state of love is being in the correct frequency of compromise and receiving and giving on a balance. I'm not going to say it's going to be like 1 for 1. It's going to be have to be that balance. But in terms of you're giving and you're receiving, you're sowing and you're reaping, that is what love is. That is what the compromise is. When you are able to show self-love and compromise, you are showing the universe that you have an abundant mindset. An abundant mindset is showing that you are able to give as much as that you're able to receive. That is what abundance is. It is the infinite, never-ending cycle of things. You have a plethora of it. Now, if you're tying in love with image, love and image are two different things. Love is universal abundance, while your image is your internal attitude, thoughts, and emotions. So your image creates you. Your image is your ego. Any internal attitudes, thoughts, or emotions that creates you. When I think of $1 million mindset, and if I carry myself with $1 million mindset, that is my ego. I ain't carrying myself with $1 million mindset. We put value to everything in this life. Without humans, if we were all to disappear from the earth right now, there would be no value in anything. There would be no value in money. There would be no value in clothes, cars, anything, because we put the value on everything. So anything that is internal in terms of our thoughts and emotions, that is our image. That is how we want other people to view us, and that is not the true state of the true frequency of love. Is because it's our ego. And what is love? Love is transcending the ego to align oneself with the divine will. Let's get it. Let's go. Y'all getting this? I want to stop right here because I really want y'all to get this. I want to flip your way of thinking, flip your way of thinking. I want you guys to really understand this, because a lot of people go throughout their lives not even knowing where to start, where to begin with self-improvement. They're not knowing the steps it takes to really improve. Everyone thinks, oh, we got to strive for perfection, or I'm sorry, I'm not the perfect son, or I'm sorry, I'm not the perfect father or the perfect mother. Stop striving for perfection. It's not about perfection. The beautiful thing about life is evolution. See, we have the ability to evolve and to change and to grow each and every single day from our previous mindset. And it gets as precise as to the day before. I could be more knowledgeable today than I was the day before. That's how precise it is. And that has nothing to do with striving to be perfect or to get everything right, but has everything to do with striving for evolution, to evolve in my way of thinking, to evolve spiritually, mentally, and physically. So I really want to change your way of thinking, to flip your way of understanding, right? Because that's really what it all boils down to at the end of the day. Is sometimes you have to unprogram what you learned, you were brought up in, and what you learned at a young age. You have to unprogram that stuff, because a lot of that stuff wasn't right. A lot of that stuff we grew up in the school system, that stuff was programmed, and it wasn't the true way to go about things, and it wasn't the true way to really be aligned with oneself to make life that much easier. See, people struggle, people have past traumas, people have past experiences that they never learned how to deal with, right? And the only way that they learned how to deal with it was from experience of going through that said trauma and pains continuously, right? And a lot of people never really heal from it ever. It's just a thing where there's just like, they put it on as baggage. They got to carry it every day. It's just a part of them now. And I'm telling you that this right here is the solution. So once you understand that love is consciousness and it delivers universal abundance, this will help you understand that when you deliver love, that it pours in abundance into your life. Everything is internal. Everything starts with the internal. If you want your external life to look or be a certain way, or you dreamt of it being a certain way, it starts with the internal. It starts with all the way down to your thought process and thought patterns, and changing those. Once you understand that the frequency of love puts you in the flow state of life, then you'll be good. You will be content, because boom, you know that love is not something that is limited or runs out. You know what I'm saying? It's not scarce. You know what I'm saying? It's an abundance of things. It keeps coming. It doesn't never end, right? Love is eternal, and it's like a flame that never dies. And this, once you really flip that way of thinking, once you really understand internally that, hey, everything starts with the self-love and my self-compromise and treating others the way I would want to be treated, it really gets to that deep. It really gets back to the root of things. This is how you manifest everything that you want in your life. This is how you stay happy in life. People get bored with life. People get depressed or sad with life. People oftentimes float in life because they don't have simple direction. They don't have simple self-love, right? Self-worth. They don't understand the value that they offer and bring to the table, so they settle for less. People who are depressed, they don't understand how to get themselves out of that position. Trust me, if they did understand, they would. But they don't get the simple practices, the simple conscious, daily conscious efforts to change and flip, no matter how minimal it is. It could be the smallest things to change. To, hey, within the first 10 minutes that I wake up, I spend it on affirmations and reassurance within myself, reassurance and resecuring within myself, so that when I go out into the world and interact with other people, I'm not projecting my problems onto them. You see what I'm saying? And that I could operate in the receiving and gifting manner. So in terms of love is the one universal frequency and controls and operates everything. everything. So once you understand that love is your consciousness, that you're are a spiritual being, and that you're not just this flesh and blood, you will finally crack the surface of transcending your ego and transcending everything that this matrix sets into place, everything that this matrix makes you focus on, from the clothes to the cars to being the popular kid, to being society acceptable. All of that means nothing when you have true love, because you will be okay with yourself. Let's get it. Let's go. Hey, let's go. And I'm telling you, bruh, it's like when it burns truly from inside, it can't be replicated and it can't be explained. This right here, I try to break this stuff down as best as I can for you guys to, you know what I'm saying, for you guys who don't know where to start. This will give you somewhere to start. But I'm telling you, hey, when this camera be off, I'll be smiling 24/7. I'll be geeked, bro. And you know what I'm saying, I just be high off life. I'll be high off love. I'll just be happy and content with myself. Ain't nothing that a nigga could say to me that's gonna phase me, get under my skin, bro. I'll look at a motherfucker and just be like, are you good, my nigga? Are you good, bro? Because what you just said really don't sound like it has anything to do with me, bro. It sound like you projecting, my nigga. Sound like you pocket watching. Oh, you pocket watching because you don't got no money. That's what it is. You see what I'm saying? So you're able to really understand life a lot better, all the way down to your daily social interactions. When people interact, you will be surprised about how much information you can understand and receive just by simply listening to what the other person has to say. People would tell you everything, bro. You don't have to ask. They will tell you everything. But people need to vent and rant because they don't know what to do with all their problems. They just built up. They don't know what to do with it. So it's either one or two things. They tell someone else, they rant and complain to somebody else just to get it out the system, or B, it ends up piling up, adding up, and they ended up lashing out on themselves or someone else, and they get harmed in the process. So understanding love is conscious is essential to basically the criteria of life. Image is your internal attitude, thoughts, and emotions. Now, I want you guys to understand that love is a frequency, and love is an energy that is stored within everybody. Everybody has the capacity to love, and everybody has the capacity to love unconditionally. You just don't know it yet, and I'm finna get you there, bro. But look, love is complex. This is why I take the time to break this stuff down for you guys, because I want you guys to truly understand. Nobody, especially growing up, nobody broke this down to any of us, you know, and we really just go about life according to everybody else, what everybody else is doing, and we feel like we should fall into alignment with what everybody else is doing. And I'm just telling you, you don't gotta do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dig deep and find your own self-love, even if it's complex. Now, love consists of feminine and masculine energy. So I'm sure you know this, and if you don't know this, feminine and masculine energy, they coexist with each other. You know what I'm saying? One cannot exist without the other. There's also energy that is restored within each and every single one of us, and it contains feminine and masculine energy. Everybody has the capacity to love, and everybody has the capacity to love unconditionally. Just takes work. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of relations with women, in order to truly beat rhythmically with your divine queen, recognize individuality. Ooh, right there. Let me stop right there. Hold on. I want y'all to sit on that. Let me say that one more time. In order to truly beat rhythmically with your divine queen, recognize individuality. What is individuality? Well, individuality, to simply put it, is what makes you you, and what makes you unique to you. For instance, your fingerprints. Everybody's got a different fingerprint. That's what makes you unique to you, right? And that's what's so important, is recognizing the individuality. A lot of times, guys, you got fellas, you know what I'm saying, women also, but fellas, you get into relationships wanting to change the girl, wanting to change her, and to change who she is as a person at her core, and you just can't do that. That's not gonna happen. You can't bring other people into your life or welcome other people in your life wanting to change them, because it just won't work, and it's going to cause things to break down and become more toxic than it should have been, right? So once you recognize and understand that individuality and what it is about them that they do or carry themselves that makes it unique to them, once you understand that about each other, then you can go from there. Then you guys will be able to really set your relationship forward. Now, a relationship doesn't have to be intimate. You don't have to be doesn't have to be sexual. You know what I mean? It could be relations with anybody. It could be man or women, right? Recognizing individuality, recognizing what makes them unique is so important, because you are able to see that person's value and see if it aligns with yours, your core beliefs. That's why when it comes to relationship, it's best that whoever you're with, you're equally yoked. Whoever you're with has to be within the same range or level that you're on, to better help qualify each other. You know what I'm saying? See, when you got one person who's spiritually up here, and then you've got another person who's spiritually down here, or if you got another person who's mentally up here and you've got another one who's mentally down here, you see, there's going to be constant dependency within that relations. But understanding and recognizing each other's individuality, you'll see what's for you and you'll see what's not for you, right? Fellas, what you have to understand when it comes to talking to women, when it comes to having relationships or building relationships with women, the key way to make them comfortable, the key way to them to be wanting to be more willing around you, and saying, hey man, you know, hey, he's really easy to be around, he's really easy to talk to, I'm very comfortable around him. You know what I'm saying? Now, she could still be nervous because she's a naturally skittish being or a naturally nervous person who, when it comes to social interactions, but all around, she still feels comfortable being around you. Simply recognizing her individuality and who she is as a person, and not trying to change that, but more so understanding and either accepting or denying that before you go forward with the relations, right? These two points right here is what you need to lock in. And you know what I'm saying, if you got your pen and paper, write it down, get some notes, bullet point this. To listen is to lean in softly with the willingness to adapt to what we hear. Let me read that one more time. To listen is to lean in softly with a willingness to adapt to what we hear. So what does that mean when we have relations with women, right? A lot of y'all believe your external factors, how you look, what type of car you drive, you know, what type of money you're making, are you 6'6", are you in the gym, you know what I'm saying? You guys take all those external factors, you really think that's what the women care about. A lot of the men in the alpha manosphere or stratosphere, whatever you want to call it, manosphere, they truly believe that external factors is what draws women towards you, and there's a slight bit of truth in that. But let me just go ahead and tell you, bro, that's really not what draws women towards you, bro. They could give a fuck about your money, they could give a fuck about your clothes, you know what I'm saying? Any woman that you come across who that stuff really matters to them, bro, like, bro, their base level, like, bro, nigga, they're NPC, they bots, bot bitch, like, they NPC, they not real, my nigga. So just know, like, excluding women like that, you know what I'm saying, the real type of women who mess with a dude, you know what I'm saying, they looking at internal qualities, they looking at stuff like who he is on the inside. Can he make me laugh? Can he stimulate me mentally? You know what I'm saying? Can you stimulate me emotionally? These are the things they look for. And if you are able to be a good listener without having to change her, nigga, she gonna love that shit, nigga. Cause she like, hey, he's sitting here, he listening to me, he's understanding who I am as a person, and he's doing one or two things. He's either accepting or denying that. Even with those two options, with whichever one you choose, nigga, she gonna have to respect it, bro. She has to, bro. She has to respect it. No matter which option you choose, she has to respect it. Because at least A1, you were able to listen, and B, you were able to recognize her individuality, and that's the shit that women love, nigga. They love that shit, bro. When women see internal qualities, I'm telling you, bro, nigga, they gonna peep the internal before the external, gang. Like, within the first, like, you know what I'm saying, your external, like, within the first approach, bro, your external, you know what I'm saying, that's what's going, like, you know what I'm saying, that's what's gonna be, like, the initial reaction, you know what I'm saying. When she first see you, she obviously gonna look at the hair, you know what I'm saying, see if the skin and facial is clean and all that, see if the nails, and make sure they ain't got no gumbo or no dookies, you know what I'm saying, sitting under the nails and shit like that. Once they get past that, like once they see, like, okay, he's well kept in that, bro, like once they see that, nigga, that's not gonna keep them, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, like that's gonna get you through the door, bro. But your internal, nigga, that's what's gonna keep that shit going. That's what's gonna keep the pennies with, and that's what's gonna keep that relationship driving, and her constantly chasing you and your validation. You know what I'm saying? That's your internal qualities. What can you do for her internally, bruh? How can you stimulate her internally? I promise you that's gonna get you a lot further. And listening is just the first step to that. If you're a good listener, that's just the first step to that. So making her comfortable gives her vulnerability. So when you are able to make her comfortable, back to what I was saying, if you're able to make her comfortable, she might be a naturally anxious person at heart, but she's still able to be comfortable around you. The quicker that she's able to be comfortable around you, the more she's able to trust you. The more she's able to trust you, basically her guards go down and she's gonna fall in love with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because she's vulnerable. She feels like she's got somebody who's not just there for her external appearances, and not just there, you know what I'm saying, for the goods, for the cheeks, but really care and really there to stimulate her emotionally and spiritually. So look, bro, once you're able to recognize her individuality, once you're able to recognize what makes her unique, right, then you're able to align accordingly. Listening lies in the art of conversation. That's a skill that you're going to have to learn if you're ever going to want to be able to advertise and market yourself or your product. You've got to know that listening is in the art of conversation, and that you will find out a lot more information sitting back and listening before you react. Love is consciousness. Whether you are actively or inactively making an effort to be aligned with love, it is the root of all existence and all being. So once you understand that love is something that needs to be tapped into, that needs to be awakened, that is already there, then you will understand that your day-to-day activities, your conscious life, every conscious second that you have should be operated in love and nothing else. Once you understand that every single conscious second that you have the choice to actively love, it'll change your world and it'll change your perspective on life, because you will be aligned with the universal frequency of everything, which is love. So once you do that, these are the beginning steps of understanding and how to tap in and achieving your own interpersonal love. You get what I'm saying, chat? So anyways, that's video for today. I hope this video helped you guys and gave you guys a breakdown and really understanding what the essence of love is and what the root of love is and where it starts from and originates from, and how love can be applied actively or inactively, consciously or unconsciously. Why? Because love is consciousness, and whether it's subliminal or not, it could be actively chosen on our behalf to be correctly aligned with our life, with the divine's will. Anyways, that's the video for today. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all for tuning in. I will be having more bangers like this one on the channel, so make sure y'all stay tuned. And yeah, I'm gone.